This is it. My last chance. The final days of the season, and I still haven't done it. I've fought, I've built, I've sweated through match after match, but it's never been enough. Not until now. Not until this moment. The Typhoon Blade is the weapon of legends, and I refuse to let it disappear into the void of the patch notes without claiming victory with it. This isn't just about the win, it's about proving something. To me, to the ones that have doubted me, to the game itself. I can already hear them, the voices of matches gone past.
Swords don't win games, guns do.
But they don't understand. This isn't about what's easy. This is about what's right. What's honorable. Dash forward, slice, again, slice! My movements are precise, faster than thought itself. The blade sings through the air, a whisper of fate cutting through the storm. My enemy builds a tower, a fortress of panic. But no wall can stop me, no cranking can outpace my destiny. One final opponent, the last obstacle between me and immortality. They stand across from me, a shotgun in hand, confidence in their stance. But they don't see it yet. They don't realize they've already lost. One dash, one strike, one win. I will not let this season end without my legacy being written in the kill feed. For the honor of the Jakus Empire! As the wind blows, the sun rises on a beautiful new island, shrouded in mystery and mystical energy. In its darkest corners, demons dwell, wreaking havoc with their masks of chaotic power. A new chapter begins for Fortnite Battle Royale on the fresh island of Onioshima. My name is Jakus. I'm well trained in the arts of double pump and charge tack, but this new world is a whole different battlefield. It's time to learn the art of the sword and get that victory royale. And what's more, I only have 6 games to do it. Because chapter 6, I don't know, it's stakes, it's drama, just shut up. But where am I gonna find my trusty blade? Well, in select spots across the map you can get your hands on the sword from these stands. As you can see, they're pretty sparse, but there are enough for me to get my hands on at least one every match. So without further ado, the journey begins. For my first game, I took the long bus into Twinkle Terrace. Twinkle is a really cozy little town POI with festive paper lanterns and a warming hue. You'll always feel at home here. The blade stand in Twinkle is right at the south, next to this red blossom tree. It's hidden away in the basement here. Congrats, Pumpkin Man! You are my first sword kill. Watch here as I kill this drift. This number here is the durability of the sword, and as you can see, it will slowly wear down as I fight and move. The blade is an incredibly useful mobility item as you run much faster and jump much higher while you use it, but you have to watch that durability. Found myself down at Lost Lake where this fish stick became fresh sushi. This booger wanted a piece of me and he was a good builder, but the blade has a very spammy primary attack, so killing him was a slice of cake. This Clara skin was a bit more tricky. Water is actually one of the Typhoon Blade's only weaknesses, so she actually got some shots in and got me pretty low before I killed her. This DJ Bob pulled up on a dirt bike and honestly I thought it was over for me, but then I peeked over my rock and saw her crouching, the universal sign of video game friendship. We exchanged gifts and built a skybase together, but my heart was shattered when she broke out her floor and killed herself to full damage. I'll remember you, DJ Bob. I got my hands on one of these little chud fellas. Well, they're actually called sprites, but no, they're chuds. You can grab them and take them to these big old shrines where they are assimilated, harvested, killed? I really don't know what's happening here, but I got some loot out of it. Unfortunately, I met my match when I encountered the one true weakness of the Typhoon Warrior, a semi-automatic assault rifle. Game 2 I landed at Demon's Dojo. The blade can be found on a stand right out in this little shrine here. I recorded Game 2 a couple of times. I wasn't really happy with the first take, it wasn't very interesting. But the most notable thing that happened is that I killed this same exact hope 2 times in a row, in the same way, in the same location. She probably hates me now. Anyway, my blade broke and I never found another one, and I died horribly anyway. It was bad. I've been thrown off ever since I lost DJ Bob. Game 3 I'm playing is Hatsune Miku because that's a thing in Fortnite now and it's awesome. Anyway, I'm landing in the Night Shift Forest because not only is this a really uniquely beautiful location with a dark ambience and a calming serenity, but it's also home to a really unique side quest. If you bring a Chud Boy to Bush Ranger here, he'll use his foresty powers, I guess, to make the night shift into day. Heh, I get it. You'll then get this mythical stone key, which you can use to open this big old vault in the middle of the POI for some really decent loot. It's a really cool little feature that not many people know even exists here. Or existed, I guess. This POI doesn't exist anymore. It's very sad. I know the point of this is to master the blade, but I can't help but love the lock-on pistol. It's like legalized aimbot. It's super fun. This was a pretty unfortunate end that definitely could have been avoided. If I'd just built at the start there, I might still be alive right now. Game 4 I'm dropping into... Whoa, wait, what's that? What's happening? Oh yes, Godzilla appeared this season and I had the monster opportunity to become the king of, well, monsters. Becoming Godzilla was actually really cool. He's got some really powerful heat laser attacks that can fry people in a split second, as well as a stomp attack that's less useful with how dang slow this guy moves. I was only Godzilla for a few minutes. It was pretty much down to having the luck to be right next to the portal when it spawns, but I got myself a few really fun kills while it lasted. I tried to take out this watchtower too, but the heat beam isn't super effective against structures. Still, 3 minutes, 3 kills. Godzilla is badass, and this is easily one of the most cool things Fortnite has ever done with its sandbox of collaborations. Oh, shout out to MathHeath503 for dealing the most damage to me as Godzilla. Whoa, yeah, that was weird. Anyway, in Game 4 I came across this big grumbling pile of wood. I think he's like the king of those little chuddies. If you give him a weapon, he'll chomp it down. He'll, really spend a while munching on that, and then eventually spit out a legendary weapon. Nice, a Surge Fire. Obviously, the blade is really only good up close, however the sprinting buff makes it super easy to cross the distance. Like in this clip for example, I know I've got that guy super low, so I just switch to my sword, start dashing over, and then hit him with the aerial slam to get the kill before he even knew what was what. These futuristic motorbikes are interesting. They've got very stiff turning controls, so I'm not a huge fan of controlling them. I prefer the classic dirt bikes, but the Akira slide is pretty cool. Like, I've done a lot of aura farming in this video, it just comes with the territory, and pulling up with a slide and getting this kill is absolutely an example of that. I killed that other guy too, but then I was immediately attacked again! I fought well, but he had more health, and I needed to reload. Game 5 I landed at Magic Mosses. This forest is one of my favourite spots on the entire map, not just because it is absolutely stunning, but also because it holds some secrets of its own. If you come to the middle here and break... Oh, hold on, I just gotta deal with this guy first. Okay, anyway, if you come into this 1x1 and break through the floor, you'll drop down into a flooded cave with a bunch of chests and shield barrels. Stick around, there's more to that, but it's open season, and I'm all for hunting some defaults. This Sparkle Specialist attempted a hit and run, but before she could teleport away, I slashed her health bar down and she spilled out all of her mythics. Oh, wow, a medallion too! Anywho, if you take a chud to this cave wall, it'll lower to reveal a further stretch of cavern. Then, breaking through this rock will expose this treasure room filled with all sorts of goodies. I was attacked again at the edge of the forest, but the trees were getting in my way, so I walked to a clearing. This gave me an opening to ramp up, but I left myself exposed and took too much damage. Through sheer skill and absolutely no luck, the guy fell off his build and killed himself. Yup. Definitely not luck. I just want to explain these boons real quick. You collect them out of chests and shrines and they basically give you extra perks for no cost. If you were unfortunate enough to suffer through Chapter 4, you would recognize them as augments. So in Game 5 here, I have the Fire boon and the Water boon. As you can see, the Fire boon makes my reload speed super quick, and the Water boon lets me heal passively in water bodies. You can even stack them. This is a super cool, underrated feature in my opinion. I just wanted to highlight it. Booned my way down to Brutal Boxcars where Shogun's Arena appeared right before me. That sounds like a challenge. Yup, it's time to face Shogun X. Oh yes, this is the epic anime fight scene you've all been waiting for.
I'm hanging on to the other side. I won't give up to
Shogun X, I stand before you. Your reign of terror over this island ends today.
Swear
sliced, I diced, and I thrived. But I didn't survive. I think what I need to master the arts is a little solitude. So that's exactly where I'm going. Now that I've defeated Shogun X, I can truly master the art of the mask. The fire mask is basically a homing missile. It deals good damage, but it's easy to block. So with a little high ground from my builds, I can easily kill this guy. Shogun's Solitude is very far out, so you don't have long to loot up. But thankfully I got my hands on the Void Mask. It's basically an ender pearl from Minecraft. You lob it, then teleport to where it landed. There's also this really cool zipline that goes straight through a mountain range. There's even some chests you can jump off to grab. Pretty cool. I kept heading northeast where I came across this gang of henchmen. Defeating them in the arts of combat was easy, and that gave me top tier Storm Circle intel. Using my ender pearls I got into a high ground position where I could leap down and surprise this man with my sword, easily achieving the kill. 200 IQ full piece? Sure man. I got into a sword fight on the moving train, that dang public transport, but using a sneaky fire mask I halved his health, enabling me to best my opponent with ease. This is another really cool boon, the Void boon. It sends out a recon signal to mark nearby players after an elimination, although here the other guy was too far away to be pinged. Of course that didn't stop me from killing him! My sword's durability was running pretty low, but thankfully Night Shift has a couple of spawns so I could just swap it out and keep fighting. Final circle now and this man is trying to explode me. With a handy shield bubble I can avoid his repeater rifle, and with my fire masks I break his shields, before jumping in with a few slashes to finish him off. I don't think he even knew he was getting killed. Holding the sword gives you an increased field of view, so I can pretty comfortably see the entire final circle from my tower. And despite that, I somehow didn't notice a fellow sword wielder chopping out my builds. He was actually a pretty easy kill, but what I didn't know was that he held the mythical Typhoon Blade. Of course, that's it! That's what I was missing! He also held the Shogun X medallion, which makes you invisible when you're sprinting. With those combined, I can finally tap into the true senses of a shinobi samurai. When I saw the last guy running through the rolling hills, I sprang forth, racing forward as the light of the sun reflected off of my transparent armor plates. I caught up and revealed myself, leaping into the sky with one final shimmer, readying my sword and closing in for the... I did it. I did it. But this was more than just a win. This was proof. Proof that style, skill, and spirit still matter in a game ruled by sweaty edits and pixel-perfect aim. Proof that a blade, an ancient weapon of honor, could still carve its place in a world of shotguns and snipers. The blade, it'll be vaulted soon. Forgotten by the meta, erased from the loot pool, but not from history. Not from my history. Because today, it wasn't just a weapon, it was my resolve. My will made manifest. I just wonder how my final competitor feels now. Maybe they laughed. Maybe they cursed. Maybe they sat and watched the replay in disbelief. But they will remember the one who chose the sword when no one else would. A new season will come. New weapons, new challenges. But no matter what changes, I won't forget the feeling of dashing through builds, of striking true, of winning with honor. I will always be the one who wielded the blade. I am Fortnite.
Yep, that was absolute cinema.